safe and warm.
Hey my lovely YouTubers, it's me, Morgan Tracy J, coming today with another video with the morning coffee. And I already drank my drink this morning and I didn't want to make a whole nother one for the sake of this video, okay? But anyways guys, I drank my matcha green tea. If you don't know what it is, I'll leave a link below because it's on my blog, alright? Well guys, today's morning coffee, I want to talk to you all about God is still calling your name. You know, we know in the word where it says God knows us by name. He calls us by name, and his sheep know his voice. Well, the other night I was at a little church event, and I felt like someone had called my name. And you know when you hear someone call like Morgan, and I turned around, and there was nobody. And I'm like, did someone call my name, or was someone playing? You know, I don't know. But anywho, I don't know who called my name. But at that moment, God said, I wanted to remind you that I still will call your name. And I want you to remind my daughters that I'm still calling their name. What he's saying is there is parts of you who believe that God quit calling on you, that God quit anointing you, that he quit putting gifts inside of you, that everything that was once yours is no more yours. God said, I want you to remind them to have peace of mind because I'm still calling their name. They are still anointed. They are still being guided by me. Even though I'm a little silent, even though they feel like they're in the wilderness, God says, I am still with them. He said, daughter, some of you have been in the wilderness. Some of you haven't even realized that you've been in it, and you just thought God was distant and God wasn't around. But God says, no, you're going through a season, but I want to tell you, I'm still calling your name. I'm still calling your name. I'm still calling your name because I want you to know that everything that's inside of you, I'm going to get out. God said that he is still guiding you, and he is still anointed you, and the gifts that he placed in you as a child, and the purpose that's over your life, and all the things that you seen glitter in your life when you were younger. God said those things are still inside of you. God says that's still in you, and I still have anointed you. That anointing ain't went nowhere. Don't be afraid that you backslid. Don't be afraid that you touched some things. Don't be afraid that you're not perfect. God said I still got you, because you don't have to be perfect. You just got to get prepared. God says I don't want you to be perfect. I just want your heart. See, today I was talking and I was crying out to God, and as I began to cry out, God says, good, keep giving me your heart. Daughter, you want to give me your hands to be perfect. You want me to clean you every 5 minutes. God says, I want your heart though. I don't want the robot. I want the heart, daughter. And so I want to encourage you today, like the story of Ruth. God says some of you got some things taken from you. Ruth got her husband taken from her. She got her stability taken from her. She got her purpose at that time taken from her. She got her hopes taken from her. God said there's some of you who's gotten some things taken from you, but God says don't worry, don't fret, because what I have coming for you is so much better than what I've removed. See, God said some of you are still dwelling on the thing that I removed years ago. Some of you are dwelling on the miscarriage, on the broken relationship. Some of you are still dwelling on those hurtful things. And God says, there were some things I took from you because I got something so much better for you. Amen. God is saying, I've got something so much better for you. You know what? Ruth had to go through the wilderness. Ruth had to live in poverty. Ruth had to get out there in a field and work. Ruth had to do it on her own with Naomi. But God said, I had something far better for them. And he has something better for you, because he is still calling your name. He was still calling Ruth to that field of Boaz's. He was still calling Ruth when she was working and when she was living in poverty. He was still with Ruth, and God said, I'm still with you. I have never stopped calling your name, daughter of God. God said he has never stopped calling your name, Sarah. He has never stopped calling your name, Nene. He has never stopped calling your name, Amanda. He has never stopped calling your name, Candace. He has never stopped calling your name, Ashley. He has never stopped calling your name, Tamara. He has never stopped calling your name, Irita. God says he has never stopped calling your name, because he says he knows you and he's always calling you. God has never stopped calling your name. And what he revealed to me is he says, you are still anointed. And you see, some of us have wondered, is our anointing gone? Is our anointing gone? And God said, no, you're still anointed. Those gifts are still there. They've been asleep for a little while, but God says, let me stir them back up in your spirit. I want to do an outpour of my spirit on you. God says, you're still anointed. Daughter, don't think you're not. You know what? Naomi didn't think she was anointed anymore. No, Naomi didn't think that God was going to bless her anymore. She thought God's hand went away from her after he took her 2 sons and her husband. Naomi believed that blessing of God was no longer hers, but God turned her situation around, and what he revealed to her was that he had far better for her. Even through all that loss and all that stuff that he took away, there was something better for her. I want to encourage you today, daughter, to have peace of mind this week. We're going to be talking all about the mind, and I want your heart and mind to get settled because God is still calling your name. He has never stopped calling your name. He has never forgot about you. He has never stopped guiding you. He has never taken the anointing away from you. God says He is still calling your name. He's still washing you with love, and He will do an outpour of His Spirit on you. God says He's still calling your name. And that is something we need to resonate with today. And you need to comment it down below if you receive this word, that God is still calling your name. Don't forget it when the enemy begins to attack your mind and when you're in the battlefield of your mind. You need to remember that God is still calling my name. God is still saying Morgan. He is still saying Samantha. He is still saying my name. God never forgot about me. He's still guiding me in the wilderness. He's still guiding me to a brook with flowing water. God is still guiding me. He is still calling my name. I want to encourage you with that today. God says He never quit calling your name. And so every time you think He's forgot about you, and every time you thought He stopped calling your name, He said, I was there the whole time and I'm still here. So maybe you will hear your name come out of nowhere. Maybe you will hear someone say your name. And that should remind you that God has never quit calling your name. He still calls it. He still speaks to you. He's still guiding you. He still has anointed you. You still have things inside of you that God is stirring up and is going to get out there. He has never stopped calling your name. So I want to go ahead and leave you with that today. I pray that you got blessed on this morning coffee. I pray that you got uplifted and inspired, because the truth is when God hit me with this word, I broke out. I broke in tears. I broke in love. All I could feel was love in that moment, because I realized that there were moments I thought God quit calling me. I thought He said, no, daughter, you messed up too much. No, daughter, things are struggling in your life, daughter. You looking too much. You looking left and right, daughter. You're too afraid. You don't got no faith right now. So He quit. I thought He would quit calling my name when I got shaky. God said, no, when you got shaky, I just made it more holy for you, okay? And I continue to call your name louder. God is still calling your name. I thank you. I pray this message blessed you and encouraged you, and I hope it inspires you to remember that God is calling your name. If you got blessed by this message, I want you to share this with one of your girlfriends, also to like and subscribe, because it really helps us out. And most of all, I want to encourage you to be a part of this family. We love you so much, and we thank you for being here, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye. I love you guys. Also, guys, before you go, be sure you go ahead and subscribe and you check out all my other video content. And if you want more content from me for the Glow Up series, check out my blog at hisdaughter'scloset.com/glowup.